More Mission Souls reactions? Yes. What's up, guys? GeorgeTheCloud here. Welcome to the channel and welcome to my life. It was my birthday on Saturday, so I was kind of busy this weekend with, friends and family celebrating. So I haven't reacted to videos in a couple days, and it feels like so long, but I don't worry. I was never away. I'm always here in YouTube and in your hearts. All right. Under the Same Sun by Scorpions. I don't think I know this song. I know a couple by the Scorpions. Still Loving You, and a few others that I can't remember off the top of my head, but I don't think I know this one. All right, let's get into it. At some point, I hope to react to the original on my classics channel, so feel free to head on over there. And if you guys have interesting videos you'd like me to check out, please go to my Patreon or Coffee page. It really helps out a lot. Grab some popcorn, fill up your water, put your headphones on. Oh my god. My hair. My hair. And might have to do this. All right, let's go.
I saw the morning, it was shattered by a gun. Heard a scream, saw him fall, no one cried. I saw a mother, she was praying for her son. Bring him back, let him live, don't let him die. And do you ever ask yourself, is there a heaven in the sky? Why can't we get it right? 'Cause we all live under the same sun. We all walk under the same moon, yeah. Why can't we live as one? I saw the
Ooh, right there. Just I have to point this out. That drum pattern.
Can we live as one?
Dun, 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 dun. Tss. That is, I'm trying to think of the exact song. Maybe The Wind of Change by Scorpions? Is The Wind of Change by Scorpions? Or Kansas? Now I'm getting my bands mixed up, but it's super close to this drum pattern. Anyway.
I saw the evening, fading shadows one by one. Watch the lamb lay down to sacrifice. I saw the children of the sun, how they wept, how they lived, and how they died. Do you ever ask yourself, is there a heaven
Hmm. I listen. I was not expecting this mood because the songs I do know from the Scorpions are so hard hitting. They're still like rock ballads, but it's like super intense and like yeah, just like very deep, I guess, and I get a certain vibe when I think about the Scorpions. This is like totally different, transformed, and I feel a lot of different artists in this song. I'll try to explain. First things first, we hit the like. I am subscribed, and I'll have a link of the original video down in the description below. Don't mind the goofy sounds here as this chair is getting to its end, I guess. I don't know. It's just very squeaky. Um, so, for example, there were some parts in the song where it went like it was kind of like a wonky guitar. To live as one. And that reminds me of the Beatles. I feel like if you were to strip this song down and do like a very basic version, of course, with without the electric guitar solo and some of the extra decorations and stuff, they're just like a very plain version. It could feel like a song by the Beatles. And I'm just, comparing here as reference for fun, but it's not like, they're each stand on its own, deservedly so, right? And the Scorpions is one of those bands that, I don't think that you could underestimate their value in rock music because they are just amazing. I just don't know enough about them and I want to explore. And that's what I'm going to do right now. Under the same sun, before I do, one of the lines, we all live under the same sun, we all walk under the same moon. So why can't we live as one? And so now the meaning here is just like, why is there conflict among us? Right? Why can't there be more peace? And why can't we get along like brother and sister type of thing? So I think it has a very nice message, and again, one that I was not expecting. I just don't know enough, I guess. Under the Same Sun by Scorpions. What year did this come out? I think they started around mid 70s and probably went all the way to like the early 90s. So I'm going to say this is from 1983, just for fun. The Scorpions released the track Under the Same Sun as a single on November 22nd, 1993. I was 10 years off. It was included on their 12th studio album, Face the Heat, which had released earlier that fall on September 21st, 1993. Wow, so they did go until at least the 90s. Now I'm going to look up the meaning itself. So this is an emotional power ballad and a plea for global peace and unity. The song contrasts the beauty of humanity, sharing the same planet with the senseless violence of war, asking why the world cannot live together in harmony. The toll of war. The lyrics feature dark imagery or man, can I read? Sorry guys, just getting back into the reactions. I guess I have to remember how to read. The lyrics feature stark imagery, such as a morning shattered by gunfire and mothers praying for their sons, to highlight the suffering and hopelessness in war zones. That's pretty sad. Yeah, I was getting that feeling, and maybe they were getting inspired by I think around this time Guns N' Roses was putting out some music around, similar, such as Civil War. In fact, let's do a goofy search here. Guns N' Roses Civil War came out in 1991. Okay, and this came out in 1993. Maybe I'm sure they were contemporaries, so musicians around the same time they listen to their music, and then they have to get inspired by each other. at least to a certain degree, right? So maybe it had even unconscious influence. Universal equality. The chorus serves as the core message of the track. Since every human shares the same sky, sun, and moon, we are all equal and should put an end to fighting. A call for empathy. The song criticizes the indifference of those who live in comfort while others suffer, pleading for global sympathy and a collective effort to get it right. It's like the scope and the range of the inequality just keeps getting greater and greater, right? The rich, the ultra powerful, like Elon Musk, almost at $1 trillion. How? How? That is like unfathomable amount of money. And yes, I know it's, all mostly tied to, stock and the company. It's not like he has it, in cash, but still, it's just like he could do so. He's like, what do those people want, right? Like, you already have infinite amount of money. You can already, like, provide for generations to come. Wouldn't it be sensible, and wouldn't it feel good to those people to, just spend a bit of that money and like go hand it out, just literally hand it out to people on the streets, to poor people and people that need it. And yes, I know some of them do charities and stuff like that, but it's not enough. Clearly not enough, because we can see the huge discrepancy there between the poorest and the richest. Okay, so back to the song here before I get too carried away. Beautiful harmonies by, I would say, the three of them. It was Stacy, Nisha, and the mom, Sheena. Some of the drumming, like I said, it reminds me of, I think pretty sure it's Wind of Change by Kansas. And there was some other instrumentation there that I can't really say exactly like what it is technically, but some sparkling sounds. I don't know if they add that digitally or if there's actually an instrument, like some sort of chime that produces that sound that's like almost magical. Man, amazing stuff from these guys. Yeah, but I mean, what can I say? And you know what? Aside from the actual music, what they're playing here, what they're saying, I hope that they, that they kind of get the message as well. I know they're still very young, so that's why I'm saying maybe they, at this point in their life, they're not grasping it fully. Maybe they are, and I'm underestimating them, but I mean, they're like 13 and 14, right? Some of them. So, yeah, maybe in the future they'll look back and see how advanced they were for their age. And again, all comes down to the parents. Huge respect to these parents. I think that makes all the difference. I mean, I'm not a parent myself. I'm not even close to having kids. But you know how some people, their kids is like, oh, yeah, my kids are just like this, and they're just like crazy and bad behaved and stuff like. It's like they're not born like that. They learn it from somewhere, right? And clearly here it's like, okay, this is how you raise a family, with the under God, right? The guidance of God, since they're religious, and music. Maybe it doesn't get much better than that. What a great combination. All right, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, and at the end do a flip. Till the next.